The S&P 500 has been increasing at a faster and faster rate over the last year. If we take a look at the S&P 500 in 2017, we saw a strong rally take place. Of course, there were some ups and downs along the way. But in the fall time, we saw the slope of ascent actually increase as the S&P 500 increased its pace of moving higher. And once again, late in the year, we saw this increase on the slope. And then 2018, we've seen so far this increase in slope again. So we've formed a parabolic shape for the S&P 500. This is not a normal condition for the market, and it's not unreasonable to expect that that would somehow change over time. If we take a look at the RSI, Relative Strength Index for the S&P 500 in 2017, it was above 50 for most of the year. Sure, it dropped briefly below 50, but it never made it down to the 30 level, and this is a sign of a bull market. If we take a look at the VIX, the expected volatility for the S&P 500 based upon the options pricing, we can see here, well, this top line represents the top end of the y-axis is 40, and the line just above the x-axis is 10. We can see here this overall trend for the VIX as the S&P 500 has moved up, it has moved down. It sits right now at 10.2. We've set all sorts of records for low volatility for the stock market. This is not a normal condition. It could go on for quite some time. It's very difficult to say. It's gone on longer than most people have expected, but this is not what investors should expect to be a normal market over the longer period of time. Once again, investors should not be surprised if we start to see some sort of return to normalcy in the market in the near future. So the market technically, S&P 500 is structured very well, can keep moving higher, but the conditions where we're at right now with a rapid increase in price, volatility extremely low, should not be expected over the long term to remain in place, and it would be reasonable to expect that some sort of return to normalcy should happen sometime in the future. Nobody knows exactly when that would take place, but it's not unreasonable to expect. Thank you very much.